CompTIA A+. You probably heard that name if you have spent more than 5 minutes researching how to get into IT. But what actually is it? What does it cover? Who is it for actually? And most importantly, in 2026, is this still worth your time and money? I'm going to answer all of those questions in this video in the plainest possible English. No jargon and no assumed knowledge. By the end of this video, you are going to understand CompTIA A+ better than most people who are already studying for it. Welcome back to Chykes Academy. I'm Chykes, but you can call me Chibike, but I think I prefer Chykes. And this is the channel where we break down everything in IT and tech careers into the simplest possible language. No gatekeeping, no jargon, just honest, clear conversation. Now we have been building something special over the last few videos. We started with whether cybersecurity is the right career for you. Then we covered where to start if you have zero experience. Then I gave you my personal pick, which is the IT path I would choose if I were starting over in 2026. And across all three of those videos, one certification kept coming up as the starting point for so many IT paths, CompTIA A+. So today, we are giving it its dedicated video. Yes, I think it deserves its own dedicated video. We are going to cover what CompTIA A+ actually is in plain English, exactly what it tests you on, who should get it and who shouldn't, whether it's still worth it in 2026, and how to study for it efficiently with a clear timeline. No fluff, no padding, let's get into it. Okay, let's start at the very beginning. What is CompTIA A+? Let me give you 3 layers of explanation, each one a little more detailed than the last. Layer 1, the one sentence version. And I would say that CompTIA A+ is the most widely recognized entry-level IT certification in the world. That's it. That is just one sentence. Layer 2, this one is a slightly more detailed type. And I would say that CompTIA A+ is a vendor-neutral certification, meaning it's not tied to one company's product like Microsoft or Cisco. It's created by a non-profit organization called CompTIA, which stands for Computing Technology Industry Association, and it's designed to prove that you have a foundational understanding of IT, hardware, software, networking, security, and troubleshooting. Think of it like a driver's license for IT. It doesn't mean you know everything about every car, but it proves you understand the fundamentals well enough to be trusted with the whole. You understand? Layer 3. This one is the full picture of what CompTIA is. Of what CompTIA A+ is. So CompTIA A+ is actually made up of 2 separate exams, not 1, 2. Exam 1 is called Core 1, officially known as 220-1101, and Exam 2 is called Core 2, officially known as 220-1102. You need to pass both exams to earn the A+ certification. Each exam costs around $253 USD, so the total investment for both exams is roughly $500. Now, I know that sounds like a lot, but here is the context. The A+ certification is accepted and recognized by tens of thousands of employers worldwide. The US Department of Defense mandates it for certain technical roles, and it tends to pay for itself many times over the salary gains within the first 12 months of landing an IT job. So that is what CompTIA A+ is. Now let's talk about what it actually teaches you, because this is where a lot of people get confused. This is the section I want you to pay close attention to, because understanding what the A+ actually tests is key to deciding whether it's the right starting point for you. Let's break down both exams. Core 1, Exam 220-1101. Core 1 is primarily about the physical and network side of IT. Think of it as how the computers and networks work exam. Here is what it covers in plain English. 15% of the exam is about mobile devices. This covers smartphones, tablets, laptops, how they are set up, how they connect to networks, and how we troubleshoot them when they break. Number 2, 20% of the exam is about networking. This is the biggest section. It covers how data travels across networks, the difference between different types of network connections, IP addresses, Wi-Fi, and the protocols that make the internet work. Number 3, 25% of the exam is about hardware. This is the largest section overall. Motherboards, processors, RAM, storage drives, the power supplies, what they all are, how they work, and how you identify and replace them. Next is virtualization and cloud computing. 11% of the exam covers this. This covers basic concepts around virtual machines and cloud services, which we touched on in our previous video. Hardware and network troubleshooting. 29% of the exam covers this, the single biggest chunk. Given a scenario, you are expected to identify what's wrong with a device or network and explain how you are going to fix it. So Core 1 is really asking, Do you understand how computers and networks are built, and can you fix them when they break? Core 2, Exam 220-1102. Core 2 shifts to the software and security side. Think of it as the How Operating Systems and Security Work exam. Here is what it covers. Operating systems covers 31% of the exam. This section is the biggest. Windows, MacOS, Linux, Chrome OS, how to install, configure, manage, and troubleshoot them. 25% of the exam is security, basic security practices, common threats, physical security, basic cryptography concepts, and how to keep systems safe. 22% of the exam is about software troubleshooting. Given a scenario, troubleshoot software problems, malware infections, application crashes, and operating system errors. Operational procedures, which covers 22% of the exam. This one surprises a lot of people. It covers professional IT practices like documentation, safety procedures, ticketing systems, backup strategies, and how to communicate with users. This is the soft skills of IT. So Core 2 is really asking, do you understand how operating systems and software work? Can you keep them secure? And can you behave professionally in an IT environment? Put it together, and here is what CompTIA A+ actually represents as a whole. It proves that you understand how computers are built, how they connect to each other, how to keep them secure, how to troubleshoot them when they break, and how to operate professionally in an IT environment. That is genuinely foundational. That is what every single IT role from help desk to cybersecurity to cloud builds on top of. Now, here is the section most IT YouTubers skip because they just want to tell everyone to get the A+. I'm going to be more honest than that. Let me tell you exactly who CompTIA A+ is perfect for and who might be better served by a different first step. CompTIA A+ is perfect for you if you are a complete beginner with zero IT experience or formal training. A+ meets you exactly where you are. It assumes no prior experience or knowledge. It is genuinely designed for people starting from the scratch. You want to work in IT support or help desk as your entry point into tech. These roles are the common first jobs for A+ holders, and employers in this space almost universally recognize and value this certification. They want the most broadly accepted, safest, most reliable first credential in IT. If you want something that will open doors at the widest range of employers, government, corporate, small business, global tech firms or companies, A+ is the single most universally recognized entry-level IT credential that exists. You want to eventually move into the cybersecurity world, but want a solid foundation first. The A+ is one of the recommended prerequisites for CompTIA Security Plus. If cybersecurity is your goal, A+ gives you the ground floor before you build up. I hope you are taking note of all these things. Now, CompTIA A+ might not be your first stop if you already have some IT experience, even if it's informal. If you have been building your own computers, if you have been managing home networks or troubleshooting your family's tech for years, you may already know a significant portion of what A+ tests. In that case, you could consider jumping straight to a more specialized certification like Network Plus or Security Plus. Your goal is cloud computing specifically. If your singular focus is cloud, AWS, Azure, or Google Cloud, then cloud provider certifications like AWS Cloud Practitioner might be a more direct first step. A+ covers cloud, the basics of cloud, but it's not a cloud certification. Your goal is programming, yes, pure programming or software development. A+ is an infrastructure and hardware certification. If you want to be a software developer, A+ isn't really on your path. You would be better served starting with a programming language and working toward developer-focused credentials. The honest truth is this: for the majority of people who want to break into IT from zero, CompTIA A+ is the right starting point, but not everyone is the majority. Know your goal first, then pick the credentials that serves that goal. This question might be the most important one in this entire video, and I want to give you a real answer, a honest one for the matter, not a hype answer, a honest one. Yes, CompTIA A+ is still absolutely worth it in 2026, and here is why. First, the demand for IT support professionals is not at all going down or shrinking. The US Bureau of Labor Statistics projects steady growth in IT support roles through 2030. Every company from a 2-person startup to a Fortune 500 corporation needs IT support. That demand doesn't go away just because AI is improving. If anything, AI tools require more IT infrastructure, which requires more IT professionals to manage it. Number 2, the A plus is still a genuine differentiator at the entry level. Here's a reality check. Most people applying for help desk jobs have no formal credentials whatsoever. Maybe they took a free course online, wrote it on their resume, and hoped for the best. The moment you show up with a CompTIA A plus certification, you are already ahead of the majority of candidates competing for the same role. That matters at the entry level. Number three, it opens doors that a resume alone cannot. Large corporations, government agencies, and defense contractors often have a minimum certification requirement for certain IT roles. CompTIA A plus meets that requirement. Without it, you literally cannot apply for those positions regardless of how good your skills are. With it, you are eligible from day one. Now, are there any honest downsides? Yes, there are two honest ones. Number one, the exam is not cheap. Yes, it's not cheap. At roughly 253 USD per exam, a total of 506 USD. It's a real financial commitment. If budget is a genuine constraint, there are voucher discounts available through CompTIA's website, and some employers actually pay for or reimburse certification costs. Worth checking before you pay full price. Number two, A plus alone will not get you a six-figure pay or salary. Let me say that in a clear way. Let me say that very clearly. A plus is a foundation, not a destination. It is the credential that gets you in the door. The salary growth comes as you build experience and layer on more advanced certifications like Network Plus or Security Plus and beyond. But as a starting point, as the first credential that proves to the world that you are serious about IT, it is absolutely still worth it in 2026. The return on that 500 USD investment in the right role is typically visible within the first 6 months. Alright, you are in. You are getting the A plus. Now let's talk about how to actually study for it efficiently without burning out or wasting any money. Here is the honest study plan I would follow if I were starting A plus preparation from zero today. We have two routes here, paid courses or free courses. I recommend a combination. For the paid courses, Professor Gal Gibson's CompTIA A plus course on Udemy is one of the most highly rated in existence. It regularly goes on sale for $15 to $20. Watch for Udemy sales before buying at full price. It is comprehensive, clear, and genuinely friendly to begin. For the free resources, Professor Mendoza runs a free CompTIA A plus study guide on his site, and his website is professormendoza.com. This is a genuinely excellent free resource with structured, detailed, and updated regularly. If budget is tight, you can study for A plus almost entirely for free between Professor Mendoza's site and YouTube. For practice exams, Jason's Dion's practice exam packs on Udemy are widely considered the best available. They closely mirror the actual exam for format and difficulty. Step 2. Build a realistic schedule. Here is the honest timeline. With consistent daily study, most beginners can be ready for both A plus exams in 3 to 5 months. Here is how I will structure it. From the first to the second month, study core one material exclusively. 1 hour per day, every day. Read through your study material. Watch the video course alongside it. Take notes in your own words, not copy and paste. In your own words. That forces you to actually understand the material rather than just read it. Month 3. Take core one practice exams. Aim for a consistent score of 80% or above before booking the real exam. Before you hit 80% consistently, book the real exam within 1 week. Don't delay. Momentum matters. Month 3 and month 4. While you are doing the practice exams for core one, start studying core two material in the second half of each study session. You are doubling up here, but it keeps you moving. Month 5, core two practice exams. The targets are the same. 80% or above consistently. Book the exam, sit it and pass it. Total investment, roughly 5 months of one focused hour per day. This is the part most people skip, and it is probably the most important thing I can tell you. Studying for A plus without touching an actual computer is like studying for a driving test without getting behind the wheel. You might pass the theory test, but you will struggle with anything that is practical. So here's what I will do alongside my study schedule. Get hold of an old system, like a laptop or desktop. It doesn't need to be powerful. Even a $50 second-hand machine works fine. Take it apart, put it back together. Install Windows on it from scratch. Install Linux on it. Practice everything you are reading about in real life. Also set up a virtual box in your main computer, which is free, and use it to run virtual machines. Build a simple home lab, break things, fix them. This hands-on experience is what turns theoretical knowledge into real confidence. Step 4. Test day, which is the month 5. A few things to know about the actual exam day. Both exams are taken at PSC VUA testing centers, either in person or online. People talk from their home. Online is convenient but has stricter requirements for their environment. In-person is more reliable for most people. Each exam is 90 minutes, a maximum of 90 questions, mix of multiple choice, drag and drop, and performance-based questions, which are scenario simulations. The performance-based questions are what most people find hardest because they require you to actually do something, not just pick an answer. Your hands-on practice pays off here. Passing score is 675 out of 900 for core 1 and 700 out of 900 for core 2. Arrive early, bring your ID, trust your preparation with God this. One of the most common questions from people who are just starting A plus prep is this. Okay, what comes after this? Where does A plus fit in the bigger certification picture? It's a good question, a great one for that matter. Let me show you the roadmap. Think of IT certifications like Plus in the building. CompTIA A plus is the ground floor. It's the foundation everything else is built on. From A plus, here are the most common paths upward, depending on which direction you want to go. Part 1, we have the IT support networking. And what comes after A plus in this part is CompTIA Network Plus, then Cisco CCNA. For the part 2, we have the IT support of cybersecurity. And what comes after A plus in this part is CompTIA Security Plus, then CompTIA CYSA or CEH. This is the part I will personally take, as I told you in our last video. Then part 3, IT support to cloud. You see what comes after A plus in this part 3 is AWS Cloud Practitioner, then AWS Solution Architect Associate. And lastly, part 4, IT support to stay in IT support and even get paid more. What comes after A plus in this part 4 is completely A plus renewal and experience to senior IT support for IT manager role. In our next video, we are going to map out this entire certification roadmap in detail. Every major certification, what order to get them in, and which ones are genuinely worth your money in 2026. If you want to understand the full picture, make sure you are subscribed and have the notification bell turned on so you don't miss it. So let me bring this all together for you. CompTIA A plus is the world's most recognized entry-level IT certification. It covers hardware, networking, operating system security, the basics of security, and professional IT practices across 2 exams. It's for beginners with zero experience. It's still absolutely worth it in 2026, and with one focused hour per day, you can be ready to sit both exams within 5 months. That is the plain English version. No jargon, no confusion. Now, here is my challenge to you. If you have been on the fence about starting, pick one action to take today. Go to professormendoza.com and read the first chapter of the free A plus study guide, or open YouTube and watch the Professor Dal Gibson lecture, or go to TryHackMe and spend 30 minutes on the pre-security part, one action today. Because here is the truth. The people who succeed in IT are not the ones who have the best plan. They are the ones who start first and adjust as they go. Drop a comment below and tell me, are you thinking about getting your A plus, or have you already started? I want to know where you are in your journey. I read every single comment and I reply personally. If this video helps you, hit the like button. It helps this channel reach more beginners who need exactly this kind of content. And don't forget to subscribe, because next week we are mapping out the complete IT certification roadmap, every major certification, the right order, and which ones are actually worth your time and money in 2026. I'm Chykes. This is Chykes Academy. We break it all the way down every single week. See you in the next one.